Hey, this is Alex Albaran. Thanks for coming back to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about webinars and virtual events in 2024 and beyond. These are the most valuable thing you can add into your business and your marketing, especially if you're selling an expertise, right? If you're a doctor, lawyer, coach, consultant, anybody selling an expertise online heading into 2025, you have to incorporate webinars and virtual events into your business. But I talk to so many people, they don't know how to set them up, like why they should set them up, the technology involved. And so I'm going to break down everything in this video so you have the game plan, the strategy on how to implement these into your business. So what is a webinar? A webinar is simply, you all use Zoom, I use Zoom. It could be a Zoom call if you want to keep it simple, a Zoom call for 45 or 90 minutes, somewhere in that range, and you're educating your ideal client on what you do, number one, who you are, what your track record is. You give them the basic framework of what you can offer them. And then after the webinar is over, you can say, hey, you can take what I taught you, do it on your own, best of luck. Or if you want help to master it, if you want my help to implement this into your business or your finances or whatever you're selling, then reach out and let's have a conversation. So a webinar is not necessarily a hard selling tool, it's educating, right? That's where marketing and sales, they're synergistic. Marketing generates interest, it generates leads, but you want to make sure that you educate your ideal clients. And again, who you are, what makes you different, what value you can deliver to them in their business or their relationship or their health or whatever you're selling. If you add curiosity, right, it's totally free. People sign up for the webinar. You want to do the webinars live, right? Because then people can join and you can look at the chat, right, on Zoom on the right-hand side. You can say, oh, look, it's Katie from Arizona. Oh, look, it's Josh from Miami. You can make people feel engaged. You can also show polls on the screen. You can say, hey, let me know. I put up a poll. Let me know how much you're making right now and how much you want to make. Right? Because a webinar is designed to, again, educate people, but also engage them. So it's not just, hey, let me present and let me show you what I can do for you. It's like, hey, let's make this a conversation. Let's make it back and forth. That's why a webinar is different than a video like this. Why should you incorporate them into your business? Number one, the idea is that you want to not be a commodity in your industry, right? I'm sure there's so many people, even if you're a lawyer, doctor, contractor, any industry, if you don't communicate the value, essentially what makes you different from your competition, you get lumped in with your competition. Then when you talk to a customer, they start price shopping. They say, oh, well, I talked to Joe Schmo down the street and he's going to charge me 20% less, because they're lumping you in with Joe Schmo because it's now a price shopping competition. It's not, well, I am a Rolls Royce of contracting. They're a Toyota Camry, right? But they're not thinking of the value because you haven't educated them on what you can do. When you do a webinar, it's a 90-minute, 60-minute. There's so many different types of webinars you can do. You're educating them on, hey, here's who I am. Here's what I've done. Here's what I could do for you. Totally free, and it adds value to them. And webinars also show the gap between where someone's at and where they need to be. And of course, that gap is your solution. But if someone wants to get healthy, but they're here and they want to get there, that's where you have to, first of all, help them see that. Right? A lot of people, they're like, oh, I'm in good shape, or like my business is okay. But if you really take them on a webinar, take them through a journey, right? 45 to 90 minutes, show them case studies, really educate them. They may be like, okay, well, maybe I thought I was here, but my business is really here. I needed to get here. And that gap is where you can come in and say, hey, you can either do this on your own, or I can help you with my, program or my system or my mastermind. I can help you get from point A to point B. And a webinar helps you do that effectively before they even speak with you one-on-one. And so a webinar helps your prospects, your ideal clients, see the gap between where they're at right now, where they need to be. That is what helps people go from interested and intrigued to, oh my gosh, like I need to work with this guy Alex, or I need to work with this, girl Christy. A webinar helps you bridge that gap between where someone's at and where they need to be, and it helps them see it as well. And so with a webinar, it makes the sales process so much easier because there's already so much trust, so much credibility built into the process before they even speak with you one-on-one. And so a webinar helps your sales process go smoother,